true. I'm a Muslim. I actually don't believe in same-sex marriage.
What's your net worth?
So my net worth is 83 million. I, Halima Yusuf Mucheke, do swear that the information I shall give before this Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations on the matter under its consideration shall be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Mheshimiwa, this process is procedural, constitutional, and conforms with our standing order. Article 124A of the Constitution provides that when a House of Parliament considers any appointment for which its approval is required under the Constitution or an Act of Parliament, the appointment shall be considered by a committee of the relevant House. The Departmental Committee on Defense, Intelligence, and Foreign Relations is established pursuant to Article 1241 of the Constitution and the National Assembly Standing Order 216. The National Assembly Standing Order 216 spells out the mandate of the Departmental Committee, which includes to vet and report all appointments where the Constitution or any law requires the National Assembly to approve. Further, the second schedule of the Standing Order allocates the committee, among others, to oversight foreign relations, diplomatic and consular service, and international relations. The purpose of this vetting, Honorable Halima Yusuf Mucheke, is to ascertain your suitability to discharge the responsibility of an ambassador. Briefly, Mheshimiwa, if you can give us the story of your life.
Thank you very much, Chairman and members. First, let me thank God for the gift of life. Secondly, I want to take this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for finding it fit to nominate me for appointment as Kenya's ambassador to The Hague in the Netherlands. My name is Halima Yusuf Mucheke. I was born on 11th of March 1967 to the late Alhaji Yusuf Musa Mucheke and Mama Time Mucheke. I'm the seventh born daughter in a family of 12. I'm a widow and a mother of 2. I started my early education in Meru Primary School, where after completing class 7, I joined St. Mary's Girls High School in Igoji. Thereafter, for my A-levels, I went to St. Angela's Girls in Kitui, where after completing my 5th Form 5, the end of that year, December, we had an incident in the family where we lost a sister who died through a road accident. So it became very difficult for me to go back to Kitui because of the trauma. The family was in trauma. So my parents decided to get me a private school within Meru Town, Thai High School, where I completed my Form 6 in 1986. In 1987, when the results were out, I was hired to teach as an untrained teacher by my alma mater, where I taught English and Kiswahili. And in the same year, 1987, September, I was again employed by the national government as a district officer, where I was posted to Western Province and then to Kakamega District as a DO in the DC's office. I worked in the DC's office for some months before I was posted to the municipality division. And some of my duties as a district officer in the division, I was the chairman of the Land Control Board. I was also in charge of all the administrative functions of the division. I was in charge of the chiefs, the assistant chiefs, and I was also in charge of issuance of national ID cards. In 1993, upon request, I was transferred to the Ministry of Agriculture as an assistant secretary, where I worked for about 3 years. And my duties at the ministry, I was in charge of transport. I was also in a team that was researching for parliamentary questions that were asked to the minister. So while in the ministry, I enrolled for a diploma course in a college here in Nairobi, where I did a diploma in business administration. Upon completion, I decided to venture into business, where I moved in several parts of the country because my husband was a military man and he was working in Uasin Gishu. So I moved there. But later, again, come the year, I told you I'm a widow. So I will not tell you the whole story now there. But later, I decided to come back to Nairobi after the clashes in 2007. And my house was burnt in Tarbo. So I came back to Nairobi and I decided again to join college, where I joined the University of Nairobi and did a degree in counseling psychology, bachelor's in counseling psychology. Then in 2010, after the promulgation of the Constitution, I got involved in several organizations that were trying to recruit women to participate in elective positions. I went for several trainings with organizations such as AMWIC. There was also Center for Multi-Party Democracy. They were supporting women. So I was in a team that was moving around, that was led by the Mheshimiwa Tabitha Say, and we were introduced into politics, how to bargain, and how to negotiate for positions. In 2013, I vied for women representative in Meru. I did not make it, but I was employed by the first county government of Meru as a sub-county administrator, where I worked in Igembe South as a sub-county admin, and later I worked in Tigania East, still as a sub-county administrator. Later, in 2017, I supported Jubilee Party, and I was nominated as a member of parliament, where I was for the 5 years. I was a member of the Committee of National Security and Administration, and also constitutional implementation and oversight. While in parliament, I moved a motion on rainwater harvesting, where I was awarded by Mzalendo for the category of water and sanitation. Later, now during the 2022 elections, I vied in a single member constituency. I did not make it, but November of 2022, on 18th, I was appointed the chairperson of Tourism Regulatory Authority. At the authority, under my leadership, that is for the last 1 year, we were able to make all the processes, both internal and external, we were able to automate all the services. Right now, if you need a license from TRA, you get it on eCitizen. I also played a key role in mobilization of finances from the ministry and also from Tourism Fund and the Tourism Promotion Fund. Also, under my leadership, we were able to receive a prestigious honor as the best in Africa, as the best regulator in the year of 2023. Also, under my leadership, the Director General, Mr. Talam, was honored as the CEO of the year at the Digital Transformation Public Sector Forum and Awards. And then come the 8th of March 2024, during the International Women's Day that was held in Embu County, I was nominated for appointment as the ambassador to The Hague in Netherlands by His Excellency the President. So that is the story of my life.
Excellent. We will now take a few questions from colleagues. Honorable Ikana, you'll go first, and then Honorable Kwenya.
Mucheke, if this committee approves your nomination, you shall be based in The Hague. This is the home of the International Criminal Court, that's the ICC. It's a collective position of most of African leaders that the decisions that are usually made by this ICC court are usually skewed and discriminatory against African leaders. Number one, what is your position or take on this? And number two, what will you do in The Hague to ensure that the position of Kenya as a country is respected on various matters and aspects, and also the position of Africa as one united continent? Thank you.
A bit on morals, Chair. And it's interesting. Actually, this as a member of this committee has bothered me, because we're looking at suitability of every candidate as it pertains to where they've been posted or proposed to be posted. And looking at Netherlands and The Hague in particular, where you are the designate ambassador, their law allows LGBTQs to practice and they are recognized. You know, it is in law that you cannot discriminate. They have their rights. I would wish to know what your position would be, given that now in our cooperation with the West, every kind of support that they want to give us, there are strings attached that we must recognize LGBTQs. What would be your position? I know you are Muslim. I would want to know your position as an ambassador. And I would want also to know how you deal with such, because you'll be required to sit in high-level tables, you know, to negotiate and to allow such practices that are not acceptable at all in this country.
Honorable Kwenya, you must remember also that there has been a court order to that effect on LGBTQ. And maybe you socialize yourself with the court order. But I will allow Mheshimiwa to respond.
Thank you, Chairman and members. Honorable Ikana, on skewed, you said they are against African leaders, yeah? Is that what, did I get you right? Okay. Part of my duties as an ambassador include, you know, I'm the official envoy in that country for the interest of my country. So, first and foremost, once I get there, the first thing I'll do, Mheshimiwa, is to familiarize myself with the day-to-day, with the position, and then I'll be able to decide. But before I get there, because I have not really looked at that, but I'll be keen to do that now that you have mentioned. Thank you. And Mheshimiwa Kwenya, true, I'm a Muslim. I actually don't believe in same-sex marriage, but I look at the principles of our foreign policy, and some of them are that we do not interfere with the, I will not interfere, but obviously I'll not get involved, but I'll not interfere. Thank you.
Vague in the sense that her input, and now that she has expressly stated that she will not interfere, maybe she's shooting herself on the feet before.
I think what Mheshimiwa is saying, that those are independent states, and it's up to them to decide on, as a country, what they want to do with their own country. But as for her and Kenya, she strongly holds that it is immoral.
It's immoral. Yes.
But I will caution you not to mention that it is immoral, because you are going to a country that is extremely sensitive, and we don't want to get into some mix-up. Honorable Mamus, Honorable Kandie, Honorable Slot.
I want to congratulate Mheshimiwa for being nominated to be the ambassador to Netherlands from Kenya. Mine is a very simple question, and this one has to do with trade. Despite Netherlands being one of the dominating investor to Kenya, there has been a decrease in overall direct investment from European countries. What are you going to do in order to make sure that we have more direct investment from the European Union? Thank you, Chairman.
Congratulations, Mheshimiwa Halima. My question is, and not a question really, most of the important sectors of the Netherlands economy in 2020 and up to now were, some of them were public administration, defense, education, transport and accommodation. You as our ambassador to the Netherlands, if approved by this committee, what will you do to ensure that we are also on the same level and line with Netherlands in terms of ensuring that these sectors are also thriving in our country, and especially defense, where we need to foster defense cooperation between Kenya and the Netherlands? Thank you.
Honorable.
We come from the same county. We happen that used to be in the same party, but that one will not compromise my questions, neither the standard of the vetting which we are carrying out. Chair, my question to the nominee is that Netherlands, once upon a time, there used to be a market for miracle crop, which miracle crop mainly comes from Meru region. And during a certain period, Mira was banned in Netherlands because it was seen that it was littering their towns. And it was really a diplomatic issue because a select committee was selected from our National Assembly led by one MP, a woman representative, FK Gitonga, and it went to those countries, to Netherlands and other European countries. And out of that, up to date, it has never been allowed, for it was said that those people who consume Mira, they don't take care of the leaves. They litter through the markets where they used to be consumed. Now, my good question to the nominee is this. Now, you come from Mira growing county. What are you going to do to make sure that Mira is going to be allowed again to be exported to the Netherlands? For it really affected the lives of farmers in Meru region, and littering per se can be managed if a proper approach is applied to the market area. That's one. Secondly, now you have told this committee that you contested in the 2022, and there were those people who were so much behind you. How are you going to leave them behind? Because, see now, as a politician, there are those who really support you, and they keep on consulting one on a number of issues. Are you going to be addressing them when in Netherlands, or are you going to be addressing their issues for they still rely on you?
I think the third question, Honorable
Thank you, Chairman.
Let her hand over her supporters to you, because as a diplomat, she will not be practicing any politics. Yeah,
thank you, Chairman and members. First, on the question by Mheshimiwa Kandie, once I get there, the first thing I'll do is to launch targeted marketing campaigns, whereby I'll be able to showcase Kenya's opportunities to the Dutch. Secondly, I'll negotiate for policies that manage the policies that are able to favor the businesses. I'll also ensure that I offer investment incentives, such as tax. You know, I have to inform them there are some taxes that they might not be knowing that are waived, like machineries. So I think, and then also it is good to convince them about our infrastructural development, which is fairly good. And then maybe the businesses went low because of the political reasons, because when there's an election, usually investors get put off. But now, right now, the political situation is stable. So that is one reason to make them come back to invest in Kenya. So that is something that I'm sure I'll manage. I'm a good marketer. I have been in the tourism industry for the last 1 year. And I know I can assure this committee, once given this chance, you will hear about me marketing Kenya to the the second question by Mheshimiwa Sloya, maybe I didn't get it very well, Mwesh.
My question was some of the important sectors in the Netherlands economy in the year 2020 and even now were public administration, defense, accommodation, and education. In your duties and responsibilities as an ambassador from Kenya to the Netherlands, what will you do to ensure that we are also getting to where the Netherlands is, and especially on defense, where we need to foster strong defense cooperation between Kenya and the Netherlands? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman and members. Among my duties is to negotiate. So first and foremost, I will need to go see, negotiate, and also learn. I have to look for ways of ensuring that we have people from Kenya going for education exchanges, for scholarships, and when it comes to accommodation, that one actually I'll really work on it, because having been a regulator, I am in a position now to inform Kenya on what is happening the other end. And then when it comes to, you asked about defense and public administration. Those ones are things that I need to go and see, learn, and then see how I can organize, even for committees of parliament to come for visits, whereby they'll be able to bring reports back home and see how policies are made that will enable our country also move forward. Going to my brother, Mheshimiwa Kerima, Mwesh here is asking that because he's already handling my supporters. He knows that for the last 1 year, it is him they usually look for. That is why he's asking. So that is on a light touch. In regards to Mera, first and foremost, Chairman and members, the best thing for us is to add value to the crop. Secondly, is to ensure standards and quality. Because if the reason it was banned was because of littering and other nuisances, it is important that we have standards and quality, and also we need capacity building for our people. Our people need to be trained, to be given skills, even from, I think the Dutch people might have visited Meru to see when the Mira is being harvested. At times, when you see, you might not like, but I think that is where we'll talk of capacity building. We give our people skills, and also we ensure that we do policy advocacy to make sure that we have the right policy in place. Thank you, Chairman and members.
Honorable Memos.
Very successful in the dairy sector. And you know the situation in our country. Coming also from Meru, you know the challenges that the dairy sector faces. We have issues of high costs of feeds. We have issues of technology challenges. The country that you're going to is very successful in this area. Recently, I hosted a farmer from the Netherlands, and he shared with me the kind of technology that they're using. They're using robots to do their milking, and one of the things that they have is the support by their government. Farmers are highly subsidized. What do you think about this? Are you able to make recommendation for farmers to be supported? Are you able to bring in technology that will help our farmers? Are you able to share any knowledge that will improve this sector? We have dairy products coming from Netherlands, while our farmers are struggling to get market for their produce. What are you going to do? What strategy will you put in place to make sure that your posting to Netherlands, if approved by this committee and the House, will make a difference in this sector? Thank you.
May I respond?
Memusi, I know that is a subject that is very close to your heart. We also, as Merus, where I come from, we are people who keep cows. And what I can tell you is that the first thing I'll do once I get there is to go and learn the technology that is being used. As I have said earlier, the best thing is to ensure that members of parliament visit so that they can be able to make laws that enable the government to support the farmers. Definitely, having been a member of parliament, I know I've been close to people, so I understand the interest of the people and what needs to be done. So, Mwesh, I want to assure you, once I get there, that will be one of my first pet subjects. I'll go and address it, I'll visit the farms, and I'll make sure that whatever can be done to our farmers will be done at the fastest time possible.
In 3 minutes, Honorable Halima Mucheke, why do you think you tick all the boxes to be in Netherlands?
Thank you, Chairman and members. As you've heard, and maybe seen from my CV, I have over 20 years experience in public and private service. Chairman, I want to tell you that having worked in all those positions, mostly, like administration, I have the skills to negotiate. I'm a good communicator. I'm good at problem solving. And I'm also good at giving everyone unconditional positive regard. So, Chairman, having also been a member of parliament, I'm the best person to go and campaign for my country, that is, to market my country in the Netherlands. So, Chairman and members, I want to assure you, if you approve me, you'll have gotten the right person, and I will make sure by the time I'm there, my first 1 year, every person in Netherlands knows about Kenya. They know that it is only in Kenya where you find bathing elephants in Tana River. They will know that there's a place in Meru, maybe even my own brother Keremaiya doesn't know. There is a crater called Igombe, which is a very magnificent lake that changes color like the rainbow. Chairman and members, I want everyone, every Dutch to know that it is in Kenya where you find a parliament of baboons. And I can go on and on, having been in the tourism sector, but Chairman, I'm ready. I'm just waiting for your word. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll ask you a few more questions. Honorable Kerema, you are being reminded that you should be visiting your constituency quite often because there are lakes you know. Now I'll ask you just to make sure that you can conform with the Constitution, and I have these questions to ask you. Have you cleared with KRA? Do you have KRA clearance certificate?
Yes, sir.
Clearance from the DCI?
Oh, yes, sir.
Clearance from the Office of Registrar of Political Parties?
Yes, sir.
Clearance from Higher Education Loans Boards?
Yes, sir.
Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission clearance?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been charged or convicted?
No.
Have you ever been adversely mentioned in an investigatory or parliamentary report?
No, no, sir.
Do you hold dual citizenship?
No.
What's your net worth?
I'm a Kenyan.
What's your net worth?
Oh, my net worth is 83 million.
Excellent. So, Mheshimiwa, we want to wish you all the best. This committee will, sometime at the end of the week, will go and retreat to consider your suitability as our next ambassador to Netherlands Hague. Until then, I wish you All the best.
Thank you so much, Chairman and members. I don't take this for granted, and I hope to meet you soon. Thank you.
Chair, the nominee has been flagged.
More radio, 22 FM. We are in charge. More radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge. More radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge. More radio.